Cool. I'm Megan. This is Intermediate, an investigation and reaction to communication infrastructure in San Juan County. Through preliminary research showed that existing communication infrastructures in the county lack accessibility, dialogue, and dissemination of locally relevant information. With only one printed news source circulating the county, no local TV news station, and very limited access to broadband internet, communicating and obtaining information in a non-urban space using platforms designed to fit the connectivity of metropolitan life is inequitable. When trying to understand communication infrastructures, one sees the true imbalance between sender and receiver embedded in many mass communication platforms we use today. Access to the same medium of information transmission is key for the process to be equitable. I will use this as a guiding principle for the implementation of a supplementary communication platform. In researching systems inherent to the landscape, travel as a system of dissemination of people stood out as an area of opportunity. With a dispersed population of 1.9 people per square mile, 2,736 miles of road, and an average commute time of between 32 to 35 minutes, travel is an inherent and unavoidable aspect of life in San Juan County. And while 84% of Americans still listen to AM/FM radio when commuting in their primary car, what does the auditory transmission of information in a vehicle look like in a place where both geography and FCC regulation serve as a barrier to the resource of radio broadcasting? Intermediate hopes to serve as a supplementary information platform activated by the very trouble that this landscape imposes by the transmission of auditory information. I'd like to introduce to you Jane and Malia. Both residents of San Juan County, Jane and Malia spend their time gardening, working, hiking, and going for scenic drives. On one such occasion, Malia and Jane find themselves driving through Monument Valley. With food on their minds, they head towards the nearest gas station to grab a snack. On their way into the gas station, Malia notices a new kiosk located by the entrance. Intrigued by this addition, she asks the counter clerk for more information. Responding that the kiosk is part of a new news outlet designed to be listened to while traveling, Malia decides to give it a try. Now back in her car, ready to hit the road once more, Malia hits play on the device.
Hello, and thank you for listening to the November 16th edition of Intermediate. As always, please refrain from interacting with this device while driving. In this edition, you'll be updated on road conditions, COVID-19 resources, the weather report, and any additions to the classified section of our programming. Accompanying the resource section, you will hear from Rural Utah Project on their initial reaction to voter turnout in the county for the 2020 election and what residents and visitors can do in the aftermath of the race. You'll hear a message from Friends of Cedar Mesa regarding their Visit with Respect Ambassador program, and you'll learn about an assignment for Mrs. Smith's third grade class at Montezuma Creek Elementary School. Accompanying the program today will be a set from local DJ Mike. This edition is underwritten by Comb Ridge Eat and Drink, Grayson Ice Cream Parlor, and Burgess Auto Repair and Blanding. Remember, record your own content at the end of the edition to share your voice with the information ecosystem here in San Juan County. Thank you, and the programming will begin momentarily.
After listening to a portion of the programming, Malia and Jane find themselves pulling into their driveway. Pausing the device and turning it off, the two women go about their day. An unspecified time passes and Malia and Jane must head back on the road. Turning back on the device, the women continue to listen to the rest of the content. Nearing the end of their commute, a new voice comes over the air.
This is Bob, and I'm in need of a new car trailer. If anyone has a lead, please contact me at 801-555-5566. Thanks.
Malia and Jane decide to upload their own edition. Turning the device to record mode, Malia shares some thoughts.
Malia here, and we just wanted to say how much my partner Jane and I enjoyed Crazy Crow Cafe in Bluff. Their tacos were great. I'm also looking to compensate for someone shoveling my driveway once the snow starts to fall. Reach out to 801-406-1247 if you're interested. Thank you.
Told by the gas station clerk when they first got to the device what purpose the kiosk outside served, they head back to the gas station to upload and exchange the content on their device. After interacting with the kiosk, uploading their recording, and swapping out for a newly published edition, Malia and Jane once again set off, their sights set on the horizon, excited to listen to new and locally relevant content. So, Intermediate is a platform aiming to fill the communication gap in San Juan County or other rural communities experiencing the same obstacles when communicating. Doing so through activating travel time and utilizing travel infrastructure, the purpose of the platform is to facilitate the dissemination of information that has been coordinated by and for the inhabitants of the county. The platform is run by a nonprofit organization tasked with coordinating with other organizations in the county to create content for the purpose of making an auditory news source that both residents and travelers can take advantage of. With gas stations acting as intermediate locations and community hubs, the platform relies on them for both the initial acquisition of the device and subsequent loading of new content. The device itself, named Immediate, is designed only to perform the simple tasks of playing auditory information through a speaker or USB connection to a secondary speaker and recording auditory information through a microphone. With these two functions, listen and record, raised buttons for easier correlation between field and function, a twist on for volume control, Immediate hopes to mitigate its potential to distract from the task of driving. Informed around the convenience of the cup holder, the device's shape aims to fit with the car. With the initial purchase facilitated through the gas station clerk, mediators, upload-download kiosks placed outside the gas station building serve as the mediation point where users come to upload and swap out the content they've created through a USB connection between the device and the receptacle. The duration of the content on the device is designed to last the average two-way commute time of roughly 1 hour. The content comes from two places: the nonprofit coordinating with other organizations to create the main section of content and users who record their own input. Loaded content is then randomly assigned to be downloaded onto another user's device when they go to a mediator kiosk. The device would be paid for upfront by the gas station patron, but can be returned at any time for one's money back as long as the device is in working condition. The platform would hopefully be subsidized and sustained by grants such as the USDA Rural Business Grant and through local program underwriters. So the potential outcome of implementing the intermediate platform while simultaneously serving as a dissemination tool for rural Utah project would ultimately supplement a lacking communication infrastructure, providing rural residents and visitors resources and information necessary to the health, community, and prosperity of the space. Intermediate isn't the final solution, and with the eventual implementation of widespread broadband internet coverage, intermediate would no longer be necessary in its current form. But in the meantime, it is a tool rural communities without access to the resources outlined above can use to stay informed and connected. Intermediate hopes to restore the balance and equity to a communication platform by facilitating a relationship between sender and receiver, whom both use the same medium of transmission to communicate, wherein which one informs the other, not from above or below, but from car to car. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I'm very excited to hear what everyone has to say.